everyone, and welcome to the MySpace podcast. I'm your host, Smiley, and today I will be reviewing the book Captive of Outlaws by Jade R. Evans. And my heart is racing for some odd reason. This is also book number 1 of the Shifters of Sheerwood series. Give me a sec, my heart needs... I'm okay. And it's not about the book. I'm just like this. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not kidding about it being about the book. Something else. Whew. Let's get this video started, shall we? Rating. So I give this book a 7 out of 10. It started off good. Sorry, I heard something. It started off good. And also they all had their secrets and they all kept it from each other. And I'm talking about like group wise. Like she kept her secrets / past away from them and they kept their own stuff away from her. And then like slowly it started coming out. Like it was fine. That was, yeah, and I like how she had her own thing. All right. And also in the I don't know why this bothered me, but in the summary, it was said that she was always told never go into Sheerwood Forest, to never like trespass, but then it's never mentioned in the book. So it annoyed me, and she never was like, "Oh, I shouldn't be doing this." She just kind of did it. So yeah, it annoyed me. Now, to around 60 to 70% through this book, this is when things took a turn. Like, there was this weirdest and most awkward revelation moment that I have ever really read, and I was like, oh, I literally wrote it down in the notes today. I was like, oh, this is the weirdest blah 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 moment ever. And also, to the characters, it wasn't weird, but to me as a reader, it was. And then, yes, after that, everything got even crazier. And I was like, why? And what? What and why? Why? What? Why? Excuse me? Yeah. I'm good. POV. First person. It is from Marianne's point of view, or Marian. I call her Marian, and then here, first time I say it out loud, Marian, blah blah, Marian. I keep saying Marian in my head, but then I say it out loud, I'm like Marianne. It's Marian. There's no E. It's Marian. Most likely, I could be wrong. Don't come after me if I am, please. Anyways, to genre, it is fantasy. It's a why choose romance, shapeshifters, and it's an adult book. 2 of these are things that I like never read. Why choose romances and shapeshifters. I rarely read them. Shapeshifters I read more than I do why choose. I only read one other why choose romance, and let's just say it wasn't my favorite. I also didn't finish the series, mind you, because it got super crazy and out there, and this is what's happening in this one, and it's only the first book. Why is my nose? I'm okay. Plot / storyline. Why do I have to say it with an accent? Why do I gotta add an accent to it? What do I got to? I don't know. I have this one accent. I don't got others. I just pretend to. Let's just get into this. So, we start with a prologue from when Marian was 13 at her parents' funeral. And then we skip ahead 6 years to when she's 20. I'm out of breath, aren't I? Anyways, she's a mechanic, and during the past 6 years, she has been been being abused by her Uncle John, who's actually not her, he's not her actual uncle, but he wants her to call him that. So, it's weird. She also has epilepsy, so she has seizures just randomly. It started 6 years ago at her parents' funeral. Oh my god, I need to talk about that in the spoilers. I didn't add that in the spoilers. We'll see if I remember. I wanted to say something else. Oh yeah, also, because of her seizures, she can't get a license. So yeah. What's next? Oh yes. And then, okay, so back to the story. She learns of something and she decides she needs to do something about it, which involves running away. Then these guys find her and are like, "You're gonna be staying with us." Okay. Blah 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 blah. Time passes and she gets more comfortable with them and they like her. They like her. Yeah. She also gets very attracted to them, so it's a whole like, yeah. Well, also it's only with like 3 of them. Like she's attracted to the other guy, to the 4th one, but he is rude to her, but also not rude to her, but kind of rude to her. It's a whole thing. Cause he's just kind of against it all, but he has a reason for it, and I'll get into that later. I am really out of breath. I am sorry. And then they tell her their whole like, stealing from the rich and then giving it to the poor thing, and they kind of all go do it together. She's there, but she doesn't do anything. She also doesn't see it happening. And then they tell her their other big secret, which is that they're shifters. Oh my god. You definitely couldn't get that from the series name. Yes, and then after they tell her their secret, some things happen between them, if you know what I mean. This is why it's an adult book. I'm done. I'm in a weird mood today. I was thinking about why I was in a weird mood. Anyways. And then, like, the next day is when... Also, this is around when the weird revelations happen, mind you. The next day, she reveals to them the threats that she's been getting from her uncle, which you get, like, 1 in the very beginning and then 1 at the end. I feel like we should have gotten more, They get all protective, of course. And then another thing comes out, and while she has a reaction to it, good or bad, guess you have to wait for the spoilers, but you can guess. It's a fantasy book. What do you think? Marion. Okay. So, right off the bat, she wasn't just like, okay, I trust you with all this. Like, I like that. Like, I don't... She was apprehensive, and honestly, she thought they were trying to kidnap her. Which, honestly, they kind of maybe were. This is another thing. Oh my god, that ending, and she's all just like... No, not at the ending. She, at some point, things are just told, and then she says something, and I was just like, wait, what? When was that said? Because she was talking about something that somebody else told her, so I'm just like, what? So anyways, yeah, she automatically goes to them trying to kidnap her or something, so she doesn't automatically think they're, like, good people, or, like, they're, like, doing this out of the goodness of their hearts. Because also, they live in a mansion. Like, what are you supposed to... Like, yeah. Anyways. Also, what's a little bit annoying is that half the time when they were, like, all hanging out together, minus the other one, the 4th one, they were drinking and she kept getting drunk, and then she'd say some things, like, embarrassing things. So I'm like, oh, okay. which is kind of annoying because every time. Anyways, her younger 13-year-old self had some sass to her, which I loved. I was like, oh yes, go girl, drink that Shirley Temple and give that man some sass. I actually totally wrote that down somewhere. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. I was like, I love Shirley Temples. But then I think during those next 6 years of her being abused and everything, it kind of like had to dissipate and leave her because she definitely wasn't allowed to have that sass. She's also pretty scared of her uncle or the sheriff finding her. They're like tight. And her uncle's pretty rich, so there's a whole lot there too. Like, I like that sense of story. We didn't get a lot of backstory to anybody, but I like it. I wish we had more. Maybe. We got enough, I feel like. There's other stuff we need more of. Anyways, and now to the boys. Rob. His full name is Robin, so like Robin Hood. He's the leader of the group. He calls her pretty lady, and he turns into a fox. He's also the one who knows how to shoot a crossbow, from my understanding. Could be. He's the one who teaches her how. Will. He's the fancy one. He is the one who wears button-up shirts and suits all the time and drinks the fancy stuff. He calls her Grease Monkey, and he can turn into a dragon. That one's the weird one. Turning into a dragon. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, okay. That doesn't fit right with me, but it's okay. It doesn't sit right, not fit right. It doesn't sit right. Anyways, to Tuck. So he's the more nerdy geek one. He has glasses, and he's described as a golden retriever. And he also doesn't have a nickname for her, but honestly, it makes sense because he sometimes gets really flustered around her. And he turns into a wolf. We also get more about Tuck because he's the one who hangs around her more often. Now to LJ, he's the one who's against having her live there. He's against it all. And it's not because he hates her. She just thinks it is. There's a whole other reason that I'll get into later. He calls her a princess, and he can turn into a bear. Beautiful. Look at that. Got all that down and done. Done. I can't. I am in a weird mood, and I think it's because of what happened earlier. I have a plan, though, to make that stop happening, and it just means I have to wait till stuff calms down. It's okay. I'll be okay. Nobody knows what I'm talking about, so, to the spoilers. So, wait, I wanted to talk about something, didn't I? Hold up. I don't remember what I want to talk about. What's that I want to talk about? Oh, wait. I don't remember. Oh, wait. Maybe I do remember. I don't think so, I remember. Oops. That's okay. Maybe, I actually wrote it down here in my notes, and I will talk about it. Anyways, the awkward part. That awkward revelation. I feel like these are Hamilton lyrics. Maybe. So this part was when they told her they're shifters. In the same scene, they also told her that she has powers. It seemed like at the most random, out of the blue time, too. I was like, what? We also have no background or context info for this whole magic system, so it's kind of annoying. Let me figure... What did I say? Oh, this is what I said. So I said, that was the most random you have powers moment ever. They literally was like, you have powers. And she's just like, oh, okay. That's also another thing. No, big reaction from her. It's like, oh, you're just gonna say, okay. I just wish there was more context in background for this whole magic thing, because paranormal and supernatural stuff. Like, they're just like, oh yeah, that's just what it is with supernatural stuff. And she's like, oh, okay. But she has powers. We don't know what they are, but they're the reason why she has seizures. Yep, I can speak. Seizures, that's what... okay. Now, to the reason why LJ acts like he hates Marion. This will also go into the ending. So this is like the ending. So, he hates the fact that they're all lying to her. And it's not because of the shape-shifting thing. It's because of something different that actually involves her. So, before they entered this business of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, Rob was basically a drug trafficker. Also, the name Rob, I don't know. I don't like it. Rob. I don't know what I have against the name. It's just, why can't we just use Robin? Robin. I don't know. Anyways, back to it. So he was basically a drug trafficker. And he had sold drugs to some guy who then, later that night, got into a car accident with his wife in the car and died. Now, can you guess how she's involved? Can you guess who their daughter is? If you guessed Marion, you would be correct. Whoa. So, the guys did not know who she was the first time they met her, but they did figure it out, and then they decided not to tell her. At least that is what I got from the conversation that she had with LJ, because LJ tells her, because he was also angry, and he thought that she deserved to know, which she does, honestly. And then he gets even angrier at the end of the book because those three had then decided to change the locks so that, yes, they could keep people out and keep her safer, but also to keep her in, for one reason being that they didn't want her to leave and go tell the sheriff and turn Rob in, but then also, like, if she were to go to the sheriff, then she would just be going right back into the life that she ran away from. So why did they think she was just going to go tell the sheriff? Like, she wanted to, but I feel like she would have had some common sense and been like, no, I can't do that, and she just would have run away. So, I don't know. And the other reason was to protect her, of course, but like... So LJ tells her all this. She then goes to confront Will, and then he's like, let me go get Rob so we can all talk about this. And then she's like, fine, but she runs away. And blah, 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 blah. She shoots Rob in the shoulder with a crossbow. And she runs some more. And then she later, like a couple hours later, on the road, she gets pulled over, but not by one of the Sherwood cops. So that's good. But, however, she doesn't have a license, so she doesn't have registration. And guess what? The car is registered to her uncle. He has literally taken everything from her. Like, everything. Also, another thing before I continue on. So, her uncle has been all like, oh, there's contingencies and stuff and blah, 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 blah. You have to wait till you're 21 to get everything, and I'm your, like, legal guardian. That's what was in the will. One, we figure out that, one, that's not in the will. Two, there are no contingencies. She was supposed to just get it. Everything was supposed to be handed to her. But nope. And everyone knew that she had powers. Her uncle did. The doctor did. Everyone knew. Just nobody told her. And him and the sheriff were trying to pull it off that she was, like, crazy and couldn't take care of her money. And they were going to try to make it so that he would have control over all of the money that her father gave her. Oh my god. Crazy. So that's why she ran. Maybe that was what I was going to say. Maybe. So anyways, anyways, because of all this, she doesn't have a license, and, the car it's reported stolen. Like, that's also her car. That was always supposed to be her car. That was the car she was supposed to get when she was 16. That's what her father said. Anyways, then this other guy comes up before she could get arrested and stuff, and it's like, his name is Guy, too, and he comes to save her. And the book ends. That's it. Great, right? I'm just gonna tell I wrote this like 20 minutes ago. I wrote this right before. Anyways, that's about it. I gotta go read the next one, the second book. See how it goes. And that's the air conditioning going on. I'm thankful that it started before. Started when I ended. Cool. That's about it. Today's just a weird day for me. I'm acting different. I don't know why. I just am. Maybe I need to drink water. I haven't had any water. I didn't drink a lot of water today. Maybe I did because my water bottle is empty. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life. Thank you and goodbye.